Okay, so I think I found the perfect drawing tool, and in this video I'm going to go through exactly that tool, and I want to talk about why I'm not switching, but I'm definitely going to be using this tool a lot more than in the previous past. So let me explain. So first of all, I'm obsessed with like really nice architectural drawings. So if you look here, for example, I like this sort of like very playful type of architectural drawing, but it looks like it's hand drawn, but you know it's not hand drawn. And I've been very, very obsessed with this type of style of drawing for a while. I just had no clue that there was a tool out there that actually did it. And so you see, it looks sort of like a bit of a, you know, it's not as formal, if you will, right? So this video, I'm just going to explore this tool. So I got this idea because I was watching Tio, I think it is, this guy, which every developer knows if you're a developer. And he keeps using these tools. I don't know where, yeah, here, right? And I was like, what tool is he actually using to do this? Because the font just looks really cool. And so I saw it here, and so I decided to actually check it out. And sure enough, I think I'm in love. So let me explain. All right, first of all, I do a lot of diagrams, a lot. Like, I am a very visual learner. I sort of understand things by just doing diagrams. So I'm a diehard Lucid fan. I think my subscription just expired, but I have a lot of architectural diagrams of some sort, all different types of stuff. This is my diagrams from thing, and this is great, don't get me wrong. I love Lucidchart. I'm going to continue to use it. I got way too many stuff inside of here. I just want to give you some idea of the type of stuff that I normally do in Lucidchart. So, right, boxes and lines, right? This is some architectural stuff that I was working on a couple of years back, and it just helps me to kind of understand what is it that I'm doing and how I'm laying things out, etc., right? So it doesn't matter what the diagram is. The point is, I do this all day long just to be able to visualize what I'm working on. However, what I've noticed is that when you're on the internet, you know, for like blog posts and stuff, I just find this stuff to be really cool. Like, I find, maybe not this so much, but just the style and how to do it, right? It's sort of, this style suggests, hey, we're not too serious, but we want to give you some concepts so that you could understand what is it that we're talking about. It's not a formal diagram, and so as a result of that, I'm just like, I've always loved this style of diagrams. I just had no idea how to do it, and so as a result, like I said, Excalidraw is the name. I think it's Excalidraw. Somebody's, I'm sure, going to correct me on how to pronounce it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it right now, Excalidraw. And let me just show you how to use it very quickly. So I actually put it here as a thing because I'm definitely going to be using it. So as you can see, they have these, you know, explanation or whatever it is, and basically to start, I presume I could just do a new. So let me just see. There we go. Yeah. So right. So if I can do a box. Pretty straightforward, right? You can do box in a tool, but something about it is significantly more fluid than Lucidchart. So if I were to do Lucidchart new, there's something about it that I can't explain. It, you have to like feel it to experience it, right? So with Lucidchart, just be clear, it's a great tool. I'm not even doing a comparison video. I just want to benchmark this tool against something that I'm accustomed to. So with Lucidchart, I click here, I get a box. And then if I can drag a box out, if I, where's the, so somehow, I don't know how to explain it other than Lucidchart feels just a little bit heavier. And I don't know if it's the drag of the mouse. It's just so subtle that I can't explain it. But this tool somehow feels heavier. Again, love Lucidchart, gonna always be using it. It's a big tool of mine. So let's say recreate some boxes. What I love about Lucidchart, you can click here, click another box, click here, put another box, put that one, put this one here, click here, drag up, click connect those two, and then you move. And then you're like, I don't really like this blocky lines, so you could just change the lines to sort of more curvy, which I'm a big fan of, more curvy lines kind of deal, right? So do that, bring it out like this. They've recently added themes. So, so let's just say this is like, I don't know, enter, entry, and then this is a sort of routing. Just making stuff up right now. And then block A. Block B, right? So this is how I would typically use this tool. This is an example. And then I would just come in here and just do some coloring, pick a color that works based on something, and I just give them some random colors, and I keep adding more stuff accordingly. That's sort of like a typical use case for me with this tool, and I would be like, oh, this is a little bit too dark, so I'm just going to change it to a white background and increase the font size a little bit. All right, so that's how I would typically use this tool, and I just keep doing that, and then I might put a little bit of note. It's a great tool. It's a fantastic tool. It's just a really good tool altogether. So it feels good, right? Now, if I come across here, I can do the exact same thing, but somehow it's hard to explain, but it feels more fluid. It feels more lighter. That's the only way I can describe it. It's really, really hard to explain. Now, you don't have the click to put it out of box. You actually have to like put it out of box or draw it out of box, right? So there's some disadvantages because it doesn't preset the size of box like you have to think. Now you could just copy this box to make it the same, right? And then paste the other box, and then you could change the color. That's a stroke, sorry. And then you could do the color, and then this one here we could do another color, right? So I could do that. And then for lines, see, I can't just do that. I have to come back up here. So like I said, there's a little bit of disadvantage from that perspective. Oops, I got the wrong line here. So I want to do an arrow. Oh, I think I got the wrong head. So I want to do an arrow, and then I want to do a arrow head, and I want to do this one. And if I do that, then I can do it like this, and then this I can do it like. So you can see it's kind of like a little bit more work, because with Lucidchart, I just click and I pull, and it just automatically connects the dot. But this isn't that, right? So I have to be a little bit more precise with my clicking, right? So for this reason, I won't necessarily switch from this tool, from Lucidchart to this tool. However, here's where I think it's really interesting. I like the idea of being able to curve these arrows anyhow I like, right? So where I think this tool actually excels is not necessarily to create like very formalized diagram, which is what Lucid is great for, right? Going back to Lucid for a second here. So like I said, I could just click on this one here, bam, got another box. Click on this one here, bam, another box, right? I could just do that in a much more efficient manner with Lucid, and you could build out these sort of like, again, formalized type structure. I put that in air quotes. However, where I could see the value for this tool here is that sometimes I don't want these formal type of lines. I just want to be able to highlight something. So let's go find something on the internet. Let's go find, okay, sure, let's go use their logo. And I think it could do a copy and paste. I've never done this before. I just started playing around with this tool. Okay, so yeah, there we go, right? So now I want to highlight a couple things, right? So I want to say here. So apparently if you click and then you, oh, I don't know how to do it. Let me just, apparently if you click, so if you click, and then click again, oh, it's supposed to bend it. I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure out how to do it soon. But yeah, see, this is where I think this tool comes in handy to be able to do stuff like this. Then I could say, okay, maybe not that color, but maybe this color or something, right? And then I could do like, so I want to be able to, oh, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. It's so it's like this. It's like click, 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 click and drag. No. So I'm trying to. So if you click, there we go. Click, click, click. There we go. Right? I could just keep doing this all day long. I got it now. Yes. Okay. So let's just try that again, because yeah. So it's like this. So if like you click once, click again, and then click again. So it's actually a long click. That's what it is. That's what I was missing before. And if I just do a, oops, maybe let's do a regular click. Yeah, right. So let's just try that. So it would be like this. Click, click, there. Oops. Right. Double click. Right? So what I like about this tool is that it gives me a little bit more, so I can say, bullseye. Right? And bottom, whatever. You get the idea. The point is that some for like, I'm gonna put on it like highlighted diagrams. It just works really well. And also, apparently on the pen tool, it has pressure sensitivity. So if I hold the pen down really slow, it does that. But if I move it really fast, it's supposed to go lighter. Let's find out. So I don't want to do. I want to do the stroke. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So if I go light, it feels lighter, and if I go heavy, it goes lighter. It actually has some pressure sensitivity, so it works really well with the pen. But so right. So it just very quickly, you can do a thing, and then they have this cool thing where it's like if I'm having a discussion, which I do all the time. I'm having a discussion, and I want to talk about what I'm doing, right? Normally what I would end up doing is drawing on the screen, right? So I would do that, and I would say, well, if you do this, and this is cool, it just disappears, right? If you look at my, just to give you some comparison with my whiteboard. So I'll show you, hang on a second. Go quick. So if you look at my whiteboard diagrams, any diagram for that matter, you'll notice that there's a diagram and then there's just a bunch of scribble. That's because I'm normally having conversations where I'm like drawing and pointing and that kind of stuff, and then it ends up just being a mess, right? This is a brilliant idea where you have this laser and you could say, okay, check this out, and then when you're finished, look at this after them, then after the thing, and it just disappears because it understands that it's not a permanent part of the drawing. Tool is just I'm trying to bring your attention to this particular point of it, and then it just kind of slowly disappears. So it's just been a lot of thought put into this tool, which I really like. I'm very impressed with it altogether. I'm definitely going to be using it more just to do quick drawings. I don't know if I'll get to the full library or full use of it, but it seems pretty cool. Now it gets better because apparently, which I've talked about this tool Logseq before. If you don't thing to check out my channel about it, and apparently there's a plugin which I've never really done, but there's a plugin section, there's a marketplace, and in here there's a Excalidraw somewhere in here. I saw it. Let's do see here, right? And I don't know if it's the official tool or what, but okay, so draw, okay, that's cool. And then what do? Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, I like that. Right? So, slides and demo. So I could install it. And then come here, come back to this. And if I come here now, I do /DRAW. That's cool. Right? And so now I could just expand this. Oops, sorry. I can edit it. That's what I want to do, right? And now I have this local on my own computer where I could draw and do stuff, right? I could do all this type of stuff. And what's even better is that it's going to save right in my thing. Now, how do I close this? How do I close this? Escape. Give it a title. So it's like my test drive. Okay, and then that's it. I have no idea how to close it, but you get the idea. Let's find out how to close it. How do you close it? That's too funny. Close, save to file, file save. Great. Okay, let's just, how do I escape? Control W, Alt F4, huh? No. So you can go back to, maybe I guess you have to save it. Save to this. File save. Okay, so let's just put it somewhere. Oh, here. Exit, this one. There. I figured it out, right? So now I have that, and then I can put some notes right in line with the actual tool itself. Oops, made a mistake there. So right here, and let's just do like this. I'm trying to get to the, there we go, enter, and then I can say here is my, I like this better. I like this better because then it just allows you to have sort of a much more consistent workflow. So anyway, hopefully you've gotten some value from this video. If you have, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to build my ego around here. So feel free to subscribe. I just talk about all kinds of random stuff that are of interest to me. And if the productivity and talking about random life stuff is of interest to you, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for your time. Have yourself a wonderful day. Goodbye.